There will come a time in your life when everything seems to fall apart. The people you counted on walk away. The dreams you chased slip through your fingers. The plans you made crumble into dust, and nothing looks the way you thought it would. And in those moments, it's easy to feel like it's over, like you've failed, like you've lost everything. But the truth is, you haven't lost everything. You've been given a rare and powerful gift, the chance to rebuild yourself. Rebuilding doesn't begin when everything is perfect. It begins when everything is broken. It begins when you're down on your knees, looking around, asking yourself, how did I get here? It starts with a whisper in your soul, a tiny flicker of hope that dares to believe you can be more than what life has reduced you to. You may be hurting, you may be tired, you may not know what the next step is. But if you're breathing, if your heart is still beating, then you are not done, you are not finished, you are not broken beyond repair, you are simply being prepared for a new version of yourself. This process isn't easy. Rebuilding means tearing down the lies you've believed about who you are and what you're capable of. It means questioning the stories you've told yourself, stories of inadequacy, of fear, of weakness. It means stripping yourself bare and facing the truth head on, and the truth is this: you are stronger than you think. You've survived things that should have broken you. You've walked through fires that should have consumed you. You've been through storms that would have drowned lesser souls. And yet, here you are, still standing. You might be shaken, you might be scarred, but you are not destroyed. Rebuilding means choosing growth over comfort. It means waking up every day and making the decision to show up for yourself, even when no one else does. It means putting in the work when no one is watching. It means becoming your own rescue, your own motivation, your own strength. It's about choosing to rise, not because everything is okay, but because you refuse to stay where you are. You rebuild not because it's easy, but because it's necessary, because you know deep down that you were made for more than just surviving. You were made to thrive. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to fix you. The world will not hand you a blueprint. No one is coming to save you. This is your life, and the responsibility to change it belongs to you. Your past does not define your future unless you let it. Your mistakes do not have the final word unless you give them power. It's time to take back control. It's time to take your pain and turn it into purpose. Take your failures and turn them into fuel. Take your regrets and turn them into lessons. You are not your worst moment. You are not your greatest loss. You are not the opinion of someone who couldn't see your worth. You are a work in progress, and that's something to be proud of. Rebuilding is not about going back to who you were. It's about becoming someone you've never been. It's about crafting a version of yourself that's wiser, braver, more focused. The person who emerges from the rubble is not the same person who was buried beneath it. The new you carries the strength of every battle you've fought. The new you speaks with the authority of someone who has seen darkness and still chooses to shine. The new you walks with the confidence of someone who has nothing to prove but everything to offer. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You don't need the applause or approval of others. What you need is to believe in yourself. You need to look in the mirror and say, I am enough, and not because you've reached perfection, but because you've made the decision to keep going, because you've committed to growth, because you're willing to do what it takes. Every step forward matters. Every effort counts. Don't underestimate the power of consistency. You may not see the results today, but every small act of discipline, every moment of courage, every second of persistence builds the foundation of the new you. Pain is part of the process. Doubt will visit often. Fear will try to paralyze you, but if you keep moving, slowly, steadily, intentionally, you will find your rhythm, you will find your strength, you will find your purpose. Do not fear the struggle. The struggle is the proof that you're in transformation. The discomfort you feel is the evidence that you're growing. You cannot rebuild yourself in comfort. Growth requires friction. Rebuilding requires sweat, and transformation demands everything you have. But you are capable of rising. You are capable of enduring. You are capable of becoming. Let go of the timeline. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. Your path is unique. Your timing is divine. Rebuilding isn't a race. It's a rebirth. Every day you wake up with breath in your lungs is a chance to begin again. So don't waste time dwelling on what you can't change. Focus on what you can. You can change your habits. You can shift your mindset. You can choose a different response. You can get up one more time. Progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just showing up. Sometimes it's simply refusing to give up. The world will try to define you by your past. It will remind you of every failure, every disappointment, every time you fell short. But you don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't need to defend your healing. You don't need to justify your process. This is your life, your story, your rebuild. Take the hammer of determination and the nails of discipline and build something beautiful, something real, something unshakable. Build it slowly, brick by brick, with courage as your foundation and vision as your blueprint. You will be misunderstood. You will be doubted. You will be judged. That's okay. Let them talk. Let them criticize. You're not here to please anyone. You're here to grow. You're here to rise. You're here to reclaim your life. Use the doubt as fuel. Let the criticism sharpen your focus. Turn rejection into redirection. Turn pain into power. Let every obstacle refine you. Let every challenge awaken your potential. Rebuilding isn't just about fixing what's broken. It's about creating something better. It's about becoming someone stronger, wiser, kinder, more grounded. It's about knowing that you are not what you've been through. You are what you choose to become in spite of it. You may have been knocked down, but you are not knocked out. You may have lost your way, but the path is not gone. You may have been hurt, but healing is within reach. Stand up. Take the first step. Begin again. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to take one step. And then another, and then another. Momentum is built in motion. Clarity is found through action. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for the fear to disappear. Do it afraid. Do it messy. Do it imperfectly. Just do it. Rebuilding is about progress, not perfection. It's about showing up again and again until who you were is only a distant memory and who you've become is undeniable. The most powerful version of you is not the one who has never fallen. It's the one who rises every time, the one who fights through the pain, the one who refuses to quit, the one who chooses faith over fear, discipline over doubt, purpose over pain. That version of you is already inside you. Waiting, watching, ready to take over, ready to lead, ready to create a new chapter. Don't shrink to fit into the expectations of others. Don't compromise your potential for the comfort of the familiar. You were not born to be average. You were not designed to stay small. You were built to evolve, to rise, to expand. So dare to step into the unknown. Dare to become the person you've never been. Dare to live a life that reflects your true potential. You've spent enough time surviving. It's time to start thriving. You don't need to wait for a new year, a new week, or a new season. The moment you decide is the moment everything changes. Decide that you will no longer be held back by fear. Decide that you will no longer be a prisoner of your past. Decide that you will no longer let comfort rob you of greatness. Decide that today is the day you begin to rebuild. With every decision, you take your power back. With every step, you become more of who you were always meant to be. You are not here by accident. You have purpose. You have gifts. You have untapped strength waiting to be unleashed, and your story is not over. In fact, the best chapters are yet to be written. So take the ashes of what was and build something magnificent. Rise from your failures. Learn from your mistakes. Forgive yourself. Push forward. Let the fire inside you burn brighter than the fire around you. You are the architect of your life, the author of your story, the sculptor of your destiny. Every day is a new opportunity to shape who you become. Choose courage, choose growth, choose action, choose you. The road will not always be smooth, but it will be worth it. The climb will not be easy, but the view will be breathtaking. The process will be painful, but the result will be powerful. So hold your head high. Stand tall and begin again, not because you have to, but because you choose to. Because rebuilding is not a punishment. It is a privilege. It is your declaration that you are not finished, that you will not be defined by what tried to break you, that you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever before. And as you walk this path of rebuilding, understand that not every step forward will feel like progress. There will be days where the weight of your past tries to pull you back. Days where doubt whispers louder than hope. Days where you question whether the struggle is worth it. But those are the days that matter the most, because it's in those moments of resistance, of raw vulnerability, that your true transformation is forged. The easy days don't shape you, the hard ones do. The days when you rise in defiance of everything trying to hold you down are the days you become who you were always meant to be. Rebuilding is not just about healing, it's about discovering. You begin to uncover parts of yourself you never knew existed, strength you didn't know you had, wisdom you didn't realize you carried, courage that was buried beneath fear. You start to recognize your voice, your vision, your power. You begin to see that you are not just a survivor of your past. You are a creator of your future. You're not merely recovering from who you were. You are evolving into who you can become. There is no shortcut, no cheat code. You can't fast forward through the pain. You can't skip the process. The only way is through. But what you build on the other side of that struggle will be worth every scar. Because when you rebuild yourself from the inside out, you create something that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others, by life's curvy balls, or by temporary setbacks. You create resilience. You create character. You create purpose. People may not understand your journey. They may not see your effort. They may not notice how hard you're fighting, but you don't owe them visibility. You owe yourself growth. You owe yourself truth. And the truth is, you have everything it takes to build again, to rise again, to live again. Even if it feels like you're starting from scratch, remember this: you're not starting from nothing. You're starting from experience. From lessons, from clarity, from grit. Every breakdown teaches you something. Every heartbreak expands your compassion. Every failure deepens your hunger. You're not going backward. You're being redirected. And sometimes being broken is the beginning of becoming. The cracks are where the light gets in. They're not signs of weakness. They're proof that you've lived, that you've felt deeply, and that you've survived. And through those cracks you begin to rebuild, not just to function, but to flourish. You were not created to remain in ruins. You were not designed to stay in pain. You were built to rise, to overcome. To grow, the world needs what you carry. It needs your ideas, your resilience, your light. But it can't experience your greatness if you hide it under fear and hesitation. So stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if I fly?" Stop saying, "I can't," and start saying, "I will figure it out." Stop letting your past be the reason you stay small. Let it be the reason you go big. Rebuilding also means choosing what you allow in your space. It means being intentional with your thoughts, your habits, your environment. You must protect your energy. You must surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, not those who remind you of your limits. You must feed your mind with ideas that stretch you, not ones that shrink you. You must choose daily to invest in your future, not settle for your past. And on this journey, give yourself grace. You won't always get it right. You'll fall short. You'll have setbacks. But setbacks are setups. They're not the end. They're just a detour. Progress is never linear. Healing isn't a straight path. Growth is messy. It's uncomfortable, but it's always worth it. So be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small wins. Give yourself credit for every step you take, because every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. One day, you'll look back and realize that everything you thought was breaking you was actually building you. That the pain was carving out capacity, that the losses were clearing out space, that the delays were building your discipline. You'll look back and see that you didn't just survive the worst. You used it as the foundation for your best. You'll see that you didn't rebuild the old version of yourself. You built someone completely new. You are not who you were, and that is a beautiful thing, because who you were had to be broken so who you were meant to become could be born. The struggle was necessary, the silence was sacred, the solitude was preparation. You were being refined, redefined, reborn, and now it's your time to shine, not with perfection, but with authenticity. Not with fearlessness, but with bravery. Not with a flawless plan, but with unwavering faith. This world is full of noise, everyone telling you who to be, how to think, what to feel. But the most important voice you will ever hear is your own. What are you telling yourself? Are you speaking life or limiting beliefs? Are you repeating stories of power or of pain? You must become your own biggest advocate, your own loudest cheerleader, your own greatest source of strength. Because when you learn to trust yourself, to believe in your own power, nothing can stop you. It starts today, right now, in this moment. No matter where you are, no matter what you've been through, the next chapter of your life is still unwritten. Pick up the pen, write something worth reading, create something worth living, speak something worth believing. This is your time to rise. Not because life handed you a miracle, but because you decided to become one. Be bold in your rebuilding, be fierce in your healing, be relentless in your rising. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to the battles you've survived. You owe it to the dream that still flickers within you. Don't you dare let it die. Nurture it, feed it, protect it. Let it grow into something that not only changes your life, but inspires others to rebuild theirs too. The world doesn't need more people pretending to have it all together. It needs real people rebuilding out loud. People who say, I've been through hell, but I'm still here. People who show up anyway, who love anyway, who build anyway. That's power. That's legacy. That's you. Rebuild yourself. Not to be who you once were, but to be someone you've never been. Someone grounded in self. Worth fueled by purpose and driven by passion. Rebuild yourself with honesty, with grit, with unshakable belief. The path will be hard, but it will also be beautiful, and in the end you'll stand tall, not in the ruins of who you used to be, but in the fortress of who you've become. And as you rise, remind yourself each day that you are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be for the growth that is required of you. Life is not a race. There is no finish line you must cross before a certain age. There is only forward. There is only better. There is only truth, and your truth is powerful. Don't let the world rush your process. Don't let noise distract you from your path. The quiet work you are doing in solitude, the healing you are doing in silence, the discipline you are practicing in private, all of it is building a future that will speak volumes in time. There's something extraordinary about those who choose to rebuild themselves. It's not glamorous, it's not loud. Often it's done in the early mornings or late nights, in tears no one sees, in prayers whispered into the darkness. But the result, the results, they are undeniable. When you meet someone who has rebuilt themselves, you feel it. There's a depth to them, a presence, a strength that can't be faked. They walk different. They speak different. They carry a calm power that can only come from having faced their deepest fears and risen anyway. That can be you, that will be you. You're already in motion. You've already made the decision to rise. Keep going. Don't stop now. The momentum you're building may feel small, but it's real. Every time you choose not to quit, you build. Every time you get up after falling, you build. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you build. Brick by brick, day by day, habit by habit, you are becoming. Don't let failure fool you. Failure is not the end. It's a lesson, a mirror, a redirection. Rebuilders don't avoid failure. They use it, they study it. They let it teach them how to come back stronger. You are not here to avoid pain, you're here to outgrow it. To become so resilient, so intentional, so unshakable that no storm can stop your rise. Every painful chapter is a piece of your power. Every time life broke you, it also built you, wiser, stronger, deeper. Rebuilding also requires letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of the identities that kept you stuck, the habits that numbed your potential, the relationships that drained your light. You cannot build something new while clinging to what's old. You must release to rise. You must surrender what was to embrace what can be. There is power in letting go. There is freedom in saying, I don't need this anymore. I'm choosing better. You are the sum of what you choose daily. Not what you wish for, not what you post, but what you practice. So practice showing up. Practice discipline, practice belief, practice gratitude, practice resilience. These are the tools of the rebuilder. These are the bricks of the new life you are constructing. And when you stack them, day after day, even imperfectly, you create a structure that cannot be shaken. Do not fear the time it takes. Greatness is never rushed. Excellence is built over time, not in flashes of motivation, but in consistent commitment. Some people will question your silence, let them. Some will doubt your grind, let them. Some will leave because you no longer entertain mediocrity. Let them, they were never meant to be part of your next level. Your job is not to convince the world. Your job is to become undeniable through your results. There's a calm that comes when you finally decide to take your life back. When you stop asking, stop waiting, stop begging for circumstances to change, and instead say, I will become the change. That is the power of rebuilding. You're not waiting for luck. You're creating legacy. You're not wishing for strength. You're developing it. You're not hoping to be saved. You are saving yourself one day, one decision, one habit at a time. You must believe that this work is not in vain. You may not see it today. You may not feel it tomorrow. But a day will come when everything you've been fighting for starts to show. The habits compound. The mindset shifts. The peace settles in. The confidence radiates. The opportunities appear, and people will ask, how did you do it? And you'll smile not because it was easy, but because you'll remember how hard it was, and how you kept going anyway. There is a version of you that already exists inside. The you who doesn't quit, the you who loves with depth, the you who lives with discipline, the you who radiates confidence, not because of approval, but because of purpose. That version is waiting to be unleashed through your daily decisions. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. So vote wisely, vote consistently, vote with faith. Never forget, you are not rebuilding alone. Somewhere out there, others are rising too. Quietly, boldly, painfully, powerfully, there is a tribe of rebuilders in this world, walking with fire in their hearts and purpose in their eyes. You may not know their names. You may never meet them. But know this, you are not alone. You are part of something sacred, a movement of individuals choosing to become more than what life handed them. Your pain has a purpose. Your struggle is sacred. Your rebuild is a revolution. And you are the author of it all. So keep building, keep rising, keep becoming, rebuild yourself. The world is waiting.